Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda, and today we're looking at the Dji Action 5 Pro. And I just want to share with you our experience in the last few weeks. Now, I just want to let you know, a lot of the stuff we actually shot with a lot of the accessories that DJI has released for this action camera. And I'll start with the little cage mount. And I think the best part about the little cage mount is you actually have the magnetic mount on the side. This also allows you to attach some other things to it. Now, I'm not going to attach it just yet because I want to show you another thing in just a second. Before I do attach it, we also have this little 3.5 millimeter mic adapter. Now, hold up. This is always the fun part with these action cameras. It's like, which side is it? Should be in here. No, not in that side. There it is. Okay. I am forever getting it confused. So you just lift up the little USB-C, and it actually has a nice little fitting to it. So it should just slide right in, and oh, you just take the door off. There you go. And it just connects with it there. And it allows you still get your USB-C, but it allows you to use a 3.5 millimeter jack mic to that. Okay, no mic. And then I'm going to put that in and record so you hear me. Look, right there, you can see the green line. As soon as I plug this in, I got audio to that right away. So super easy to use, excellent little accessory mic to that. Actually, you might even be able to get that on with the cage. Let's try that real quick. So it actually looks like that was perfectly made for that. So that slides right in, even with the case on. Now that I got the case on, so DJI has their own proprietary magnet mount, and now the mount is on the actual DJI, but with the case, you actually get the side mount as well. You just squeeze the little clips to get them out. You just squeeze the little clips to get them out. I'm not in all the way. Maybe I have to be in all the way before I can get it out. There. Super easy. And then you see here, it can just clip to the side as well. Gives you the 9x16 look. Okay, so just while we're on this mount here, the Insta360 has the same basic mount. The only real difference with this one is I think on the newer ones they have a lock on them. But yeah, so there's the Insta360 on a selfie stick, and there's the DJI on a selfie stick. I'm going to be honest, aside from the fact that this is a ball head and this is an action camera mount, I'm pretty sure the same company probably made the base because they're the same amount of dumb. I don't really love these handles. To get it to go up, you kind of got to open it and sort of push from the bottom, and I find it tight. I mean, you want it not to slip back down, but I don't find that the smoothest, easiest thing in the world to deal with, but there you go. Oh, the Insta one. I forgot the Insta one had that. Does this one have that? Oh, look at that. It just goes to show how much I actually use the selfie stick. Not at all. Like, almost never. We tend to use the Mantis Pod more and put the little heads on that, which is why I bought the head like that too. But yeah, so there you go. I'm pretty sure these were made by the same people. Just to put that aside, you'll see in the video we use this. This is a backpack strap mount. So we've used this in our production. We have used this. This is a wrist mount in the production. And we also used, I don't see it on the table here, but it will show up in the B-roll, the bicycle mount for this as well. Yeah, no, Jake's looking like, of course it's on the table. No, Jake, no, it's not. And then I got a little sticky 3M mount for this as well. So in total, we haven't used the 3M mount, but we used the wrist mount, we used the bicycle mount, we used the backpack mount. We did use the selfie stick briefly, but it's not my go-to. And we use this a lot. This is just the mount with a regular 1/4 inch thread on it, and it is awesome. Okay, mounting aside, let's get into the meat of the situation. Actually, right now, while I have all three cameras up, I'll just show you. The DJI actually has a bigger screen on it now than the original DJI and all of these guys, from what I understand. So the actual screen size, oh, there's the power button. I'm forever pressing the wrong button with these action cameras. There we go. And on and on. So I don't know if you see that. Can you see that, Jake? Yeah. So this is actually a much bigger touchscreen. It fills the whole rim. The 4 was a little bit smaller. I think the screen size itself on the GoPro is similar to the action camera, but it doesn't fill the whole screen like the action camera. Likewise, the touch or the front of the GoPro, which is recording now because I pressed the wrong button, and the front of the Insta aren't touch screens, but the front of the DJI is a touch screen. So it actually allows you to get to all your settings from the front, which is great if you're going to use this selfie stick and do some selfie camera mode stuff. All right. Something else I'll just show you while we're talking about the technical side of it. The sensor size, just before I go on to anything else, the sensor size is 1/1/3 CMOS in the Action. In the Insta, it's also a 1/1/3, maybe a CMOS. I'm not exactly sure which one that one is, but this one is over a 1/1.3, 1/1.3, 1/1.9 on the GoPro. So the GoPro does have a slight edge on sensor size, but you'll see in the footage where they kind of end up. Now, while I'm recording this video, it is expected tomorrow that they'll release the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So that's just the regular Ace Pro. I hope to be able to pick that up right away, and then we'll actually give you guys the side by side on that one. All right, so I'm just gonna remove this little mic thing here. All right, so now that I got that out of the case, let me show you what else this can do. This can actually pair with the DJI Mic 2. And all you gotta do, let me get the Mic 2 out here. You can actually pair two mics. I believe the Action 4 could pair one. You do not need the receiver from the DJI, you just need the transmitter, and it goes straight into the action camera, which is excellent considering action cameras tend not to have amazing microphones. That being said, this one has 3 in-body mics that I understand, but I'm more interested in this. So all you got to do is find settings. There you go. And full disclosure, I've shot this ahead of time so that you can see it better, but go into the settings, go into wireless, and then you touch TX1. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to power on my microphone. And I already have a blue light blinking. Let me grab the other mic here just to see if it gives me a green one. No, it's blinking blue too. If it blinks green, you just have to press the record button until the blue light starts. If the blue light, let me see if I can get it. Oh, there, see? Now it's blinking green. So press record, and now it's blinking blue. And you just hold, see there? You just hold the DJI link button until it comes up here. Say confirm. And there you go. I have a microphone coming straight into this here. And I have a spot for a second microphone on here. So that's great. All right, now into the footage that comes from this. I'm going to turn this guy off, save some battery, and I'm going to drop my DJI mic back into his charging case. Again, DJI has a lot of excellent products. So right from the beginning, photos. Now the DJI, you'll see here, you can shoot in RAW, and then we processed it, and then we have regular DJI and the GoPro JPEG. So sorry, regular DJI JPEG and the GoPro JPEG. Now, The DJI Action 5 shoots in 40 megapixels photos. The Action 4 was only 20 megapixels, and I believe the GoPro is also only 20 megapixels. So just take a look here at the, JPEGs versus the edited photo. Now, Jake edited the raw photo. I felt that he was a little too harsh on the yellows, but the blues look awesome. Just so you know, it was Jake. Let me know in the comments if you guys like Jake's edit. Another great new feature that's on this action camera is it actually has a frame tracking in it. So you're shooting on the full 4K sensor, but it crops it down to 2.7K and allows you to track your subject in a tinier manner. So if we look here at what Jake's doing, he's walking him back and forth across this playground, and look at the screen footage from the camera, but then look at the exported footage down below, which looks great, by the way. You can actually see when he walks closer to the slide is in frame, but the forest on the other side isn't, even though the framing hasn't changed at all in the actual camera. But the little gray box is what you're seeing in the corner below, what the actual output is. So that's a terrific feature. I thought that was awesome. It makes it look like you have a follow camera even when you don't. And I don't complain about 2.7K. I think that's awesome. The next great feature that this has is actually pre-record, which we've seen on a lot of the mirrorless cameras this year. It's an excellent feature. You can set it up to a minute of pre-record, but here we go. We have our kid kicking a soccer ball, and you can see, boom, right there is where Jake actually started the footage. You see in the bottom corner, the ball is being recorded the whole time, even though he hasn't pressed record yet. Pre-record is an excellent function, especially when you're trying to grab action. Now, 1080p, 240 frames per second slow-mo can be sped up, or slowed down, to up to 900 frames per second. And this looks incredible. This is also a new feature. You do it in body on the camera. Let me actually show you that real quick. I don't know if you can see that. But if we take, let's see, where's the play footage? Oh, there, under play, of course. Let me go back here. Here's Jake jumping in the lake. And you can see that I shot it in 1040. But where's the little turtle, Jake? Oh, when you press play, you can see there's a little snail right there. If you press the snail, it will actually allow you to slow this way down to up to 900 frames. Let's look at what that looks like in real time here, and then slowed down. So first thing, here's Jake with the leaves. And there's 900 frames per second right there. Wow, slow. And then here's Jake jumping in at 240 frames per second, and there's 900 frames. Insanely slow. I love the water. If you can see in the top left corner, the water spraying up behind him, and then some of it's hitting the camera. It's awesome. Like, that is so cool. Coming out of the body of a tiny little action camera. When it comes to the 900 frame per second slow-mo, if you don't see it right away, check your firmware. We had to update ours before it worked. So the next thing we want to look at is the low light. Now, DJI has added an extra night setting. So it's supposed to give you a lot of extra light. The GoPro, right from the get-go, even though it has the larger sensor, to me looks just not great. The Insta 360 Ace Pro looks usable. It looks like you could bring that up. But the DJI, the colors and the light, very nice. I mean, it is what it is. It's still really dark. But for getting that behind the scenes or that out on the town kind of look, that's excellent. So a couple of the other things that are added new to the Action 5 you get 47 gigs of internal storage. So you don't need a memory card. You can still put a memory card in, you can still put an SD card in there, but if you forget your SD card, which I have been guilty of, whenever you go out, you don't necessarily have to worry about having a card. If you forget the card, if you put it in the drone and forget to take it out, you have that built-in storage, 47 gigs. The other thing is, the previous Action camera could only go up to 10 meters, 18 meters, sorry, if you were diving. But the new Action 5 goes up to 20 meters, which is terrific. The other thing is you get 30% more battery life when it comes to usage, battery life. When it comes to battery life, you got 30% more. So things that aren't new, we can look here at the vlogging and go from there. So here's some things that are not new but improved.
And also to see how well you take up the audio. So right now I'm not using any other special mics, even though the DJI can have the dog instead. Alright, so now we're checking the mics, moving it a little bit faster.
So there you could hear the difference between the onboard mic on the GoPro and the onboard mic on the DJI. And I gotta say the DJI was much, much clearer. I don't know if it's that they're using AI or some sort of algorithm rather to take the best sound for whatever mic is closest to the subject, but it sounds great there. So the other thing that both the GoPro and the Insta can do, and I don't really see a big difference in either of them quality-wise in this, but they can do a horizon lock so that they can turn almost a whole 360 degrees around, but it still looks like you're just standing straight. So let's check that out with Jake right now.
No, don't go down there.
Yeah, it's 360 degrees and it looks in the cameras like I'm steady.
Next up, this is Jake using the Action cameras. GoPro and the DJI are mounted on the bicycle with the bicycle adapters, and you can actually see here what it looks like. So you get 3 different levels of stabilization with these guys. You get the no stabilization on the bottom, and they both look pretty rocky. I think the DJI looks worse. Rocksteady and Hyper Smooth look fairly similar to me. I almost want to give the edge to the GoPro on the Hyper Smooth, but the Hyper Smooth Auto and the Rocksteady Plus, it just looks like you're just like gliding along with a hang glider. They're both equally awesome. So amazing quality there. Here you can actually see some, we did this test just for colors. So you can look at what it looks like with all 3 cameras, the Ace Pro, the DJI, and the GoPro together. I'm sure we'll be doing this again as soon as Insta releases something. Now, here is GoPro and DJI with the log versions, and that graded over. So great color quality, great dynamic range in these cameras, compared especially to previous cameras. Finally, I got some time lapses going on here. All right, right here, we have some of the different views that you can get in this. You know, D-warp and standard. And just for fun, just take a look. We did an obstacle course with our son, and then Jake did the obstacle course. Okay, here's my final thoughts. And I'm just going to be completely honest. I think that both the GoPro and the DJI and the Ace Pro are great. I think the DJI has a major advantage with the low light. I think it has a major advantage with the extra slow-mo that you have. Overall, though, the GoPro and the DJI are very similar. It gives you those extra features like the built-in extra storage. It gives you that connection with the DJI mic. If you're already in the DJI ecosystem, stick with DJI. But just a spoiler, we have tested multiple versions of the Action, I think all the way from the Action 2 and the DJI, or the GoPro 8 or 9. And since Insta came out, time and time again, when we've gotten the Insta, we've sold the other two. Insta has some incredible features in it that I tend to really like, and for whatever reason, we end up keeping the Instas, and we end up either giving away or selling the GoPros and DJIs. I'm not sure that that's going to be the case this time. Let's see what Insta comes up with this week. But both of these are very competitive. I love that you can change lenses. I want to try out the anamorphic lens on the GoPro. I love the macro lens on it. We've used it a ton. But this DJI is a powerful, powerful tool. For now, all three of them will be in our kit, and we'll use what we need when we need it. But if you want us to test anything specific, put it down in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.